Hello, welcome to Bello Uncinetto. I'm Christina, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. I have a yarn haul for you today, and this one was the second store that I was able to go with Sam to when we were in Bath together. So this one was a little bit more of an adventure. If you did not see the first video, we went to a place called a yarn story, and then we walked to this one. However, we did not know that there was a time limit for parking at the street that we had parked on, because we went to breakfast and then we walked to the first yarn shop, and then we were walking along on our way to the next one, and we saw this like little flea market tent situation. And so we walked and we looked, and it was lovely. There was a small rain shower, which wasn't a big deal because it was over in like not even 10 minutes, but it made the air really, really, really humid. It felt like humidity here for a little while. That was blech. Anyway, we were trying to update the parking, and it kept giving us an error, giving us an error, giving us an error. And then Sam said, maybe we just can only park there for that, however many, the 2-hour slot. She was like, so maybe we need to find a different parking. So then we had to walk back to the car, find a different place to park, pay for that, but that put us further away from the shop than when we were where we made the decision to turn around, which was fine. It wasn't a big deal. It just meant that we delayed, getting there. And by that point, we were thirsty. We were hungry again. Not super hungry, but, we had a little snack. We stopped at this place that I had seen the day before. It was all French fries. Let me see if I can pull it up. It was all French fries. I know that I took a picture because I said I want to remember the name of the place. Okay, I can't find it right now, but it was like Caesar frites, but it was French fries in French, but Caesar, like Julius Caesar. So it was lovely. And here, this was the picture on my smoothie, which I got royally made fun of for. That I was drinking grass. It was, to be fair, it was very, very green. And it did have broccoli and spinach in it, but it also had mango and blueberries. So it was something that I could actually drink because nothing in it would kill me, which is rare for a smoothie. Like, it is really, really rare for me to find, one, a smoothie that has ingredients that won't kill me, and two, a place that makes, like, the ingredients aren't so close together, like, that they would accidentally cross-contaminate and kill me anyway. So, yes, it was a delicious smoothie. I loved it, even though both my daughter and Sam, because I was like, try it, try it. My daughter tried it. She said it wasn't her favorite, but it wasn't bad. Sam refused. She was like, that's grass. I was like, it actually tasted really good. It was sweet. It was good. But she said, no, thank you. Fine. And I am always a super proper tourist when I go places, and I take pictures of all kinds of things. This was close-ish to the parking structure where we parked the second time. This was actually really close. The place that we parked the second time was really close to where I had gone. There were a couple of museums and things that I had done on Friday before Sam arrived in Bath. And this was like, we walked by it, and I was like, oh, that's where I went, that's where I went, that's where I went. So that was kind of neat to be able, we didn't go in, but we were able to show Sam where we'd gone. And the place where we had the fries, I just got regular fries. It had like Parmesan cheese on them, but you could get fries with all kinds of things. And they had, this was someone else's table, but they had fries with like this huge steak on it and shrimp and all this stuff. And Sam was like, oh my God, I want to send that to Mike. And I was like, well, then take a picture of it. And she was like, I don't want to take a picture of their food. And I was like, and I just zoomed in really, really close, right? They didn't know what I was doing. I didn't walk over and like breathe on their food. But she was like, that would be rude. I was like, they're not gonna know. They're talking to each other and paying no attention to what we're doing. So I didn't get their faces. I didn't, you know, invade their privacy at all. I just took a picture of their food. But as we were walking, we came across this beautiful cathedral. Because we were both on the lookout for some souvenirs, which we did find a souvenir shop as well. This was a fountain that was in front of the cathedral. And this window here, it says, this part here was still standing when Henry VIII, because so much of England was destroyed, especially during World War II, but this part was there even during the time of Henry VIII, which again is fascinating to me because there aren't very many things in America that are that old. They're Native American sites if they are that old. And then this, just because I love Alice in Wonderland, not because it was anything, it was just a little restaurant. We didn't go in or anything, but I saw that and I was like, oh, that would be cool to take a picture of. And then we found the yarn store, and it was called Woul. Oh, you can't see it. It was called Woul. And there were two ladies that were in the shop. They were, I guess, doing some sort of inventory, but they were super friendly. They didn't like speak to us in depth, right? But they were asking like if we were looking for anything specific for projects or just there to browse or any way they could help. And they showed us kind of over here is where the kind of the layout of the store. There's this, and it wasn't a big place, mind you, but they were very helpful, and this is where all of these kinds of yarn are. And so when you walk in, just on the inside of the door, and again, I did ask if I could take pictures. I keep saying again, because I'm filming multiple videos, and I've already said these things. You don't know that I've said these things, so I should be saying again. I did ask permission to take photos. This was one of the shelves. And then this was right next to that shelf. And they do have up here at the top some stuff for spinning as well. Let me see if I can let it focus. There we go. So there's that wall. And then they had some stuff in the middle. You can see. So this was just opposite of this wall. This. And so they did have some bargain acrylics and things like that, whereas the other yarn haul video that I did for the place that we went to in Bath was all high-end yarn. So this had a really lovely mixture of yarns. And then this was the back wall. Make it a little bigger so you can see. And they did have like sock kits up at the top where you could, they had done like different fades and things. And then this wall here was all accessories, which I didn't get a picture of because they mainly just had knitting needles and things like that. There was one set of crochet hooks. They were aluminum. That was it. So then this wall, this was the whole other side of the store. But they had like cones of cotton up at the top and other yarns there. And then I really liked this little section. I didn't get any, but I really liked this little section of buttons. So they had all different kinds. They really, really, really maximized their shelf space. And then this little room back here, it says you can go in there and there's like a little table. We didn't go in there, but there's a little table. They do like groups and things like that. And when you go downstairs, of course we weren't allowed downstairs, but you could go downstairs for staff and so forth. And then the yarn that I purchased, which I've already started using, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it, but I'm going to give you more information on the actual project in a Whips and Foes video. So let me pull up that picture because I took a whole picture of the yarn that I purchased. I got this one here. So if you're new here, you don't know how much I love cotton yarn. I absolutely adore cotton. It's my favorite fiber. And I purchased this Erica Knight yarn. It's a cotton tweed yarn. I don't know if that's gossypium or I don't know. I'm assuming I'm saying that right, but I don't know. I got 4 of each color. They're 50-gram balls. And I did I really had to think because I wanted the yarn, but I was like, if I'm gonna buy the yarn, what am I gonna make with it? And I started making a bag, and I really, really love the bag. It's a bag that I've had in mind to make for a while. It's a pattern I found on the internet. It's called an accordion bag, and then this is the yarn. It's coming apart. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, I didn't realize it was going to be that big of a mess in there. Wrapped around the bag. I haven't used this ball yet, but it's come apart, obviously. So these are the 2 yarns. This is color number 12. It doesn't give me a name, but this is color number 2, and it says it's bone white. And I got 4 of each of them. I haven't finished the bag yet, but I want to work on it some. And it's just stripes. I'll show it to you briefly. It's just stripes of the cotton. And this is Egyptian cotton. And I hope I have enough to finish the bag because I don't know where I can get more of it. I mean, I do know, but it won't be easy. Let's just put it that way. So it says it's 96% cotton and 4% polyester. It's 125 meters or 137 yards. You can use a 3 to 4 millimeter set of knitting needles. And I'm using a 3.5 millimeter for my project. So that's in between the range, but that's also the hook that the pattern calls for. So either way, it is made in Italy. You can machine wash, you can iron, you can tumble dry. It says do not bleach. Oh no, lay flat to dry, do not tumble dry. You can dry clean using pee. So that is the ball band, and I'm really glad that I got the yarn, and Sam didn't get anything in this shop, but we had a lovely time looking at yarn together. My daughter loved picking out things that she knew that Sam would love because they are the same person when it comes to colors and it comes to glitter and sparkle and all of those things. I am not, but the fact that they get along so well and that they were able to just enjoy the yarn. My daughter does not enjoy yarn. She doesn't crochet, she doesn't anything like that. I did get a couple, I don't know that I took a picture of that yarn. Let me see. I did get a couple of like little Rico roomies. My daughter wanted me to make something for her. She wanted me to make some grapes and cherries. And I don't think I took a picture of that yarn. I did not. And that's okay. But I did get those for her. I haven't made those yet. I didn't bring them with me to the US, but I will make them for her at some point. So all in all, we had a great time in Bath. I was sad that we did yarn shopping, we did walk around, we had a lovely time at dinner, we talked about patterns and had lovely yarny talk together, we crocheted together, but then on Sunday, we got up, had breakfast, and Sam took me to the train station, and that was it. And I was sad. But we are both glad, I know we are, because she's already said it in her video, that we got to see each other again this year. Maybe it'll be a yearly thing. I don't know. Maybe next time she'll come to Sicily. I don't know. We'll find out. But there are no plans. There are no plans at this time to do any of that. It's just, it seems to be last year we got to get together. This year we were able to get together. Last year was very intentional in the fact that I went specifically to see Sam. This year I was going to be in the UK, and I was like, if it's a possibility we could get together, that would be great. And we were able to make it work with our schedules. It was tight. It was not as long as either one of us would have wanted. It definitely wasn't as long as last time, but it was still amazing. And I don't know. I can't say enough good things. I could just keep going, but they would still just all be good things and the same thing over and over again. So, Sam, I am so glad that we got to spend time together, and once we are able to make plans again, we will be able to give each other another hug, but until then, we can chat and message and all of those other things. So I hope that you all enjoyed seeing the yarn store. It really was an absolutely lovely store. Both the ladies were very kind and helpful, and it didn't feel like it was just for knitters, right? We walked in and it felt, at least to me, it felt inviting. It felt comfortable. It felt like a place that I wanted to belong. So I would highly recommend, if you're in Bath, going to that store. And that's all I have for you today. So until I see you again, be well, be safe, and be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!